Thomas J. Proquest coming back at you with some more Oldhim practice for Proquest 3 in the Calling Indianapolis. This is the Wesley Dong World number 5 Oldhim deck with a couple small tweaks in it. We're going to go against Briar, so we're going to bring in Stalagmite. I'm not bringing any D-Reacts. This is an aggressive Oldhim build. And right off the bat, we draw the greatest opening hand you can draw, and that's Endless Winter Fused. So we're going to take their whole hand, give them a bunch of Frostbites. Awesome. Now, unfortunately, they're going to draw into enough resources to pay for all this stuff and still swing back with 2 cards there. Which, if they draw into some blues, their turn's dead. But we're just looking to trade damage back and forth. They hit me for a lot, and I hit them for a lot. And then once it gets to the nitty-gritty, the better player wins. And you're going to find out in 4 minutes that I do not win. Definitely blow it on, didn't see that their Tunic was up and they had another resource to swing Rosetta, and I was feeling pretty good. So we're just trading damage back and forth. They got a full hand, so I want to give them the shield, give them the Frostbite. They got a bunch of blues in this deck, but they're still able to push a ton of damage. Just Briar doing Briar things. This race doesn't really scare me because we're just going to swing big anyway, and it doesn't turn off any of these swingings. So we're able to swing for 5 here with Go Again, and then we're able to swing for another 6. Keeping that blue in arsenal. Be better if that was a red, but you're dealt what you're dealt. Eventually we will crown that blue out of there when we pay for the Ironhide Lakes. So we're just going back and forth, feeling good. 19-25, but Briar can do a bunch of damage, and I forgot to bring my the arcane boots in, the null rune boots. So whatever null rune they can, or whatever arcane they can make, it's going to hit me right in the face because I can't stop it unless I crown it. And if I crown it, I can only stop 1. So I try to stop some damage here to keep a bunch of cards, to throw this big debilitate back at them or disable, whatever one of those two is. 5 resources, coming in for 9. Now his Coax gives us another card, so I'm able to tear asunder. I have the resources, so it's coming in for 10 dominate. If it hits, get rid of your arsenal and 2 cards. And he's the one Briar that I've ever faced running Crown of Seeds. So who cares about the arsenal? They can just crown that away using their Tunic resource. This is going to hit. They get rid of 2 cards, so they have a 3-card hand. And they're still able to do Briar things, still able to push damage. They can snatch here. He has a Quicken token from the Coax and Commotion last turn, which I didn't even pay attention. I'm like, cool, he's going to break his Snappies. Awesome. Nope, he had a Quicken token. Oh, maybe he didn't have a Quicken token. Maybe that comes later. But, okay, so we take that damage, give him a card, whatever. Now we're going to hit him back. Now I'm feeling really good here. It's 17-4 on Magar, man. Just play smooth and close out. So my thought process here is I get to swing this big winter whale for 4, and I get to pummel it for 8. Maybe they'll block, 4 exactly, and then I get that +4. They don't have a D-React, and I win. We go home winners. Of course not. So Coax here, he's going to give us both a life and a Quicken token. I can't really use the Quicken, but we're going to swing for 4, Frosty. And then we're going to pummel it, so it's coming in for 8 with a Frostbite. So they're going to go down to 1 health with a Frostbite. Doesn't matter. They got 3 cards. They're gonna start pitching and doing stuff. This is where I mess up here because I don't realize that Tunic is up. So you'll see in a second. There's 4 damage. I got my crackback swing. I'm feeling really good here. I'm like, I'm just going to take all this damage, and I get to outmuscle into the whale. Like, that's great. So I have a feeling to block 1 here because they could have the lightning press, and I have 7 health. So if I don't block my lightning press, I die. Now I didn't see that they have the resource here, so I'm like, oh look, they got no cards, they can't swing, I'm good to go, I got all my stuff. And then boom, they come in Rosetta 2 and 2 because I'm an idiot and I can't look at the simple board state. Now I'm looking back to see when the heck did they activate their Tunic. And now I have to block this or I die, which gets rid of my awesome combo for 6 and then 4. So I swing 4 to keep the Blizzard, so non-frosty. So I want to put that in arsenal in case they attack, and I can hit them with the Blizzard, and they maybe have a couple reds, and they pay 2 for Go Again, but it limits their turn, or they can't pay for 2 Go Again. So smart enough, he puts his Tunic there. It doesn't matter, it's the last turn of the game. I put it in arsenal. Of course, he has Bramble. He fuses it, and then he makes a Rune Chant, and then I go into Crown of Seeds because I gotta block the Bramble. And the Rune Chant's going to kill me, so it doesn't matter. But what happens is he played a Lightning Press for 7, 1 Rune Chant from Grasp of the Arknight, and then 1 Arcane from Bramble. And I had no AB, so I died. So totally blew that game.